עשיתי משהו חדש. חומרים מקוריים.
לא. לא.
אל תתכבד, אין הזדמנות.
לא, תשימי רגיל, כמו שקרה, כמו שסיכמנו. מה קורה? סבבה, תבריחי לי את הלקוחות. תקשיבי, זה מקום של וייבים, של צ'ייסרים, אוקיי, אנשים באים פה לעשות שמח, זה לא ערב כישרונות צעירים, סבבה?
שלום, כולכם.
I thought it was really impressive how much this piece did in a relatively short runtime. I thought that, well, first and foremost, that you're touching on issues of how an artist finds their voice and how artists can sometimes find inspiration in the least likely places that they expect to. I also especially liked the commentary on finding one's voice in the face of adversity and in having to be true to oneself. I also thought it was interesting the way that this piece touched on issues of marginalization of women in the arts and the music industry in particular. And just the way certain people have to carve their own space out in order to express themselves fully to in the way that they, really feel is true to their experience.
Really loved the journey that our main character Gaia goes on, both emotionally and physically, as she learns that she only needs to play her music for herself. And it's okay just to play to hear the echo and not to care what other people think or say about you and your music. And, that can allude to other things as well in life. It doesn't have to be music. So I thought that was a really cool journey that she goes on. Their emotional journey is also, of course, for her, a physical journey as she's going through the desert and she meets a mentor. She sort of has a hero's journey of her own, so I thought that was cool. I thought the lighting in this was also really beautiful, and the actress herself was sort of electrifying on screen. She was really fun to watch. She had a great energy and magnetism on screen. So I thought that was a great choice of actress, and I thought she did a really great job.
I like that it was about music. It always makes the piece more enjoyable to watch, if I'm being quite frank, when it is about, when it's scored well or is about music in some way. So right off the bat, loving that. I like the concept of echo, kind of both literally as in music billowing and echoing out, but also I kind of saw a draw of, walking out into the desert and seeing this woman out there and the playing of music for her, and that kind of being like an echo of what was, or being in her own echo chamber, if you would. I think, maybe that's a reach, but I think there are many different ways that it could be interpreted and applied, and I think that's really interesting. I think it was paced really well, shot really well. Clearly, sound mixing was done well. Sound mixing, scoring was done well. But it was just a really beautiful, visually beautiful piece and really interesting to watch.
Right off the bat, I really love the opening scene with her eyes closed, playing her music, the purple lighting. I really liked that shot, the cinematography. And just what it, then coming back to reality and having reality kind of hit. And I liked her journey because I felt like she found a way to express herself where it didn't really matter what anybody thought, and running into her idol musically, and was a woman, and it was a cool journey. I really liked the story, and I thought it had great pacing and good acting, and it was neat.
This film has a sound that's persistent throughout the whole film, and this sound brings a special vibe to the film. That desertic scenery made me feel like a tragedy was coming, and it just turned out that we have a beautiful life lesson with a wise woman in a greenhouse full of cacti. It is just a lovely, empowering, amazingly performed.
I always enjoy seeing a film about music and musicians and and the life of that. So it was it was really interesting, and it had a kind of a fantasy flair to it, with her walking off into the desert and then discovering this woman with her cacti and playing to the sunset, you know. So it was pretty cool. The actors all did a great job. The lead actress especially did a really nice job. I liked all the music. It was shot really nicely, paced very nicely, and yeah, just all around, just a real nice job on this film.